everybody, welcome back for another video. If you're wondering if the spreader's been holding together since the last video, it mostly has, other than had to make some slight modifications to it yesterday. I didn't buy a new snap ring here when we fixed it. I reused the old one. Friday that came flying off. Oh, but you can see that piece of square tube was welded on there because when the snap ring flew off, the auger got pushed forward. There's a load of manure in it, so we decided to weld that on there. Then we used a skid loader to pull it back so we could get everything put back together properly. So then we also shortened the chain because I apparently had it one link too long and it was jumping and making a bunch of noise. So should be hopefully working better now. Yeah, it's later in the day now. We had to go meet a guy. So farm is growing a little bit. Gonna be running a few more acres this year, so that's exciting. Waylon, do you want to tell everybody what happened this morning to you and Grandpa? No, we don't want to talk about it. What happened to the skid loader?
You got stuck in the pit.
You got stuck in the pit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't get out.
You couldn't get out?
No.
No?
We need time out.
You had to climb out, yep.
Yeah. We need the payloader that's pulled out.
Oh no, we didn't need the payloader to pull it out.
Why?
Because Grandpa just had it in high range and it just didn't have enough power to make it up out of the ramp. Yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
What's that?
Him.
Yeah. But yeah, so the skid loader's fine. You can see it sitting down there. We thought it was low on oil. Turned out to just be some guy hit the high.
Grandpa's fine.
Yeah, Grandpa's fine. What's the red light on for?
Grandpa!
I think your mom's got a short.
Yeah,
Mom,
but yeah, everything turned out fine. It was a pretty easy fix. Just had to switch back to low range, and then she crawled right out of there. So, Waylon, what are we gonna go work on?
I'm doing it.
We're gonna go work on the grinder. All right, should we push up feed first? Is that a yes or a no? Yeah, let's go push up feed. Got all these heifers and bulls all bedded up this morning. Some nice fresh bedding to lay on. Cleaned the barn out last week, so we got Turd Mountain here. Gotta fix the alternator on the semi so I can get to hauling. Road bands came off. First time in probably 11 years that road band's been off in March, but or 12 years. I would assume 2012 was the last time that road bands were off in March. So now we're gonna push up to the cows. You coming in? Alright, get in here.
What is
That's the barn cleaner. That's what gets all the poop into the pit right there. See? And then we pump it out of there to the big pit.
that? Oh.
Yeah. Gonna get these fans turned on?
Yeah.
Here, I'm firing up. No. Hit something. There. Cool the cows down a little bit. They still got their winter fur on, so when it's 70 degrees in the barn, they like to have a little bit of air moving. Cow's thermal neutral zone is like 45 to 65 or 65 to 35, something like that. So above that, they'll start not feeling the greatest. Like, yeah, they're being only 5 degrees over their thermal neutral zone. Not gonna bother them much, but if we can make them a little more comfortable, that's our goal, you know. So I'm laying down and just enjoying it. Well, Waylon, what's our next move?
Mm-hmm.
We gonna fix the grinder?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Show you what you got going on in this grinder. As you can see, it's missing some part right there. Head on over here. Here is our hydraulic pump. New and improved. Kinda. This shaft here was snapped off inside there. It was broken?
Yeah.
Yeah. Snapped off inside there. This is just a simple gear pump. Those two gears run together, move fluid around the outer part. Pretty simple pump. But so this broken piece is the inner part of this shaft, and oh, there it is. So that's how the shaft's supposed to be. I might try welding that back together. I don't really know yet. Then I'll have a spare shaft. I'm just gonna have a spare pump, because we kept the pump that we took off of this grinder quite a while ago because it was leaking real bad. And I took the shaft from that pump, put it in this one, and now it looks like I got to do a little bit of grinding on this keyway here. I don't know if the key's really going to sit down in there nice, but took it apart, put it back together, use some sealant on the flanges. Hopefully it don't leak. I think I got to switch. I think I put that back cover on wrong, so I'll have to just move that one over there. There's no right or wrong here. It's just whether you want in or out. They're not marked, so same size ports, so we'll be fine there. But gotta put that back on. We use a double roller chain coupler, and as you can see, that one's got a little bit of wear. That one's got a lot of wear. They're not supposed to look like that, so put some new ones of those. I gotta weld these, but not a big problem. Put some new ones of those on, and then hopefully it works.
How about this one?
How about that one? What about it? Mm-hmm. Do we gotta fix it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do. So yeah, we're gonna get to work on this. Yeah, looks like we got a little bit of cleanup to do. Gotta clean up them spatter marks. Otherwise the chain does not sit on there right, but not the prettiest. I wasn't doing too bad, I guess. It was going okay until I got to there. Couldn't see in my helmet where my gun was, and looks like I got a little high, but get that cleaned up. That one, they'll hold, that's for sure. But, yeah. What do you need? You need a wrench? Oh, okay. Well, ran into a little bit of trouble. And they're just a hair different. Just a hair different. I guess don't have it quite lined up straight, but keyways are lined up and are just a hair different. So I having trouble getting it on the shaft, so I come over here to my handy dandy caliper, measure the shaft. It's a 1-inch shaft. That's what I grabbed. So somebody at the union must have not had their stuff in the right spot, because that is indeed a 1-inch here, the old one, and I believe that would be 7/8, maybe. But yeah, so I decided to make a trip to town. Wish I would have checked that before I welded it, because now it's kind of a waste of a sprocket, because I don't know if I can grind that off. I'll maybe try grinding it off, but I don't want to make too big of a mess either. So we'll probably just have to get another sprocket. Yeah, I just got back from town, got the right hub. I measured it before I left, so should be the right one.
What's that?
Oh, you didn't get all the copper out?
Yeah.
Well, that's the important part.
Yeah.
Getting foot baths filled up for the cows. Trying to. Do you need help over there?
Oh, I got it. Good now.
You're good now?
Yeah.
Look at him showing off how he can fit through the pipes. Try squeezing through this one.
Oh, this one I like to climb over just for the exercise. I like to mix it up
Yeah.
a little bit.
So, in this pail we have copper sulfate and then a booster product.
Yeah, here. I'll get it. You just stand back and
you want me to stand back and film?
stand back and do your filming. Oh.
So the booster just supposed to lower the pH of your foot bath, which is what you need to get it more to kill the warts, and then also keeps the copper in suspension better, so that can work its magic as well. The copper is supposed to harden the hoof and disinfect it. So
I think it makes it worse so the hook cover stays in business.
Oh, is that what it does?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, try to do these 3 days a week, so we're on our second day of that. There, it looks like you got it stirred up good.
Yeah. So I was just trying a different technique over there, and that didn't work.
What was your technique over there?
No, I just hold it in one place on the side of the pail.
Why'd you try that?
Huh?
Why?
Well, you either gotta leave it in one place or move it around. You only got 2 options.
I see. So, Yeah, cows will walk through this all night, and then we'll dump it out, and then fill them back up tomorrow afternoon.
Here.
Catherine just informed me she broke something.
No.
No?
I'm informing you of something that happened that I happen to be aware of.
Aware of or the cause of?
Aware of.
Okay, I believe you.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's nothing. That's just a fitting, but looks like that's the female end. So backwards of what anything I have on hand. So.
Yeah, now it's both sides.
No, it's just one side. It's just spraying over to this side. Because he just put this one on new when he redid the. Well, they did not have an extra sprocket for me at Machinery, so I gotta grind this one off, beat it off there, clean it up, and then weld it to our new hub. This one's got a nice 1 on it, notifying that it is a 1-inch hub. So this one didn't have that nice rating, other than it had a 15, which I guess now stands for 15/16. But so that's gonna be our next project. Well, my camera died, charged it up, so just about got that grinder finished up. I gotta put the hydraulic fittings on the pump and tighten the set screws. I almost forgot about that.
Here, Seaman boy.
What? What'd you call me?
I said, here you go, Seaman boy.
I guess I can't really argue that. Gotta help Catherine breed a cow, because she needed help finding her.
Oh, I just needed help in case she ran away.
You need help finding her?
No.
She's right here.
I needed help in case she ran away.
Isn't it weird having fans on?
Look at this. I put it on wrong. That's the pinky. That's my thumb. Now I don't know if I can get it off.
Wow. That's impressive.
I think it will work.
I would flip it around if I were you.
Well, I can't because my sausage fingers, it's got lube on that. You're
I
gonna
don't,
get all lube.
it's soap. I can just, it'll help wash me up. But it feels real nice in here with these fans blowing. I'm sure the cows appreciate it. First time I can remember turning them on the 13th of March.
It was hot here the other day when
I believe it. We even had to run the fans in February one day.
Really?
I turned them on one day in February when it was like 60 degrees. It was warm in here.
I believe it. You're being so helpful.
Huh?
You're being so helpful.
Is she pooping?
Well, she's pushing so hard that it's all the poop's coming out.
I see. Catherine is inserting the pipette, guiding it through the 3 rings of the cervix to the uterus.
That's how
Huh?
That's not what it's called. The little area right before the uterine horns.
Sure.
I don't think that's called the uterus. Jeez, girl, you probably just pushed it.
Sue me. I guess I guess I know nothing.
I think it's called the uterine body.
Pretty close to uterus.
And that's where the sperm and the egg meet before they go hang out together in the uterine horn.
I see.
Grow a calf.
I see. Well, now I know too.
Oh, actually, no, that's not true. You shoot the semen there because the
You put it in the uterine horn.
no, you put it in the uterine so it goes to both horns because you don't know which
Horn,
uterine horn
yeah.
the egg came out.
Yeah.
And then they hang out.
Unless she has a bad horn.
Unless it's that horn, then they hang out and create a calf.
Well, we got this all put back together. I didn't tighten this guy up yet. So it'll probably blow oil everywhere, but I figure I gotta probably get the air out of it anyway. So we'll just leave him kind of loose. Well, she popped right off, so we'll let it warm up for a little bit. I gotta go do some other chores and come back and we'll see what happens. Doing a couple of my other chores before we go try that grinder out. Really sucks when all of a sudden there is no milk coming. Sounds like there's milkers going on, but somehow I end up with no milk. But it always seems to work out that when I'm trying to fill up the milk pails to take to the pasteurizer, they hit a lull in the milk. And it's just dumb luck. But yeah, so this is the how exciting it gets. Just fill the pail up. So once we get them all filled up, put in my little yellow wagon and pull them across the yard into the calf barn. And I just got this wagon not too long ago. Thing is nice. Pulls way nicer than the old one. What's up, Pat? Pat, the runaway cat. He's been down to the neighbors a couple of times. Naughty Pat. But Catherine got her chicks last week, so getting them started in here. Once they get big enough, we'll move them out to the new chicken coop that I built for her with the help of Anna's boyfriend Caleb, because I'm not much of a carpenter, but he is, so he's a pretty good carpenter. And yeah, we built that last weekend, so I'll go show you guys that in a little bit here. This part of it's really boring, but take the lids off. And once we got all the milk in, close the lid. Well, normally I close the lid, but start the pasteurize cycle. And now this milk will pasteurize. It'll heat up to about 145 degrees. Hold it there for 30 minutes. Kill all the pathogens. And then it'll cool it back down to 55 degrees. So it's stable overnight. And then 3 o'clock tomorrow morning, Dad will fire it up again so that it heats the milk up to about 102 to 105 degrees, somewhere in there. And then that's the temperature that feed it to the calves at. So yeah, I don't know if I've really covered this much, but in November or maybe December, we switched away from milk replacer to pasteurized milk. I'm just rinsing the pails out. Makes them clean up a lot nicer. But we made that switch mostly for we think that the calves just grow very well on milk versus milk replacer. You can still grow good calves on milk replacer, but we have really been seeing improvements in growth. And since we weren't using the automatic feeder anymore, made it easier to feed whole milk, pasteurized milk, because we no longer had to worry about keeping milk in there 24 hours a day, so there's milk to feed all the calves automatically. So Yeah. Well, everything's turning. Let's leave my answer. Tighten that up. Looks like we got fluid running right out of it. So that's good enough for me. Hey, we got hydraulics again. Oh no! That front seal is not good. But so I guess we'll have that issue. I'll maybe have to find a seal kit for this and order that up. We'll just have to live with that for now. But I was more worried about a leak in here, I guess. I didn't think much fluid would get up into there, but call that a win. We can at least grind corn out of the silo again. We've been using out of the bag, which we prefer to use out of the bag in the summertime when we don't have time to be grinding. But shut her down. So we'll have to keep an eye on it, I guess. And I'll try to find the seal kit. These Bearcat grinders were built long before I was born, so that ain't helping anything. And yeah, that thing's probably in the neighborhood of 40 years old. I don't know. If it was built in the 80s, it'd be 40 years old. So, and it was probably built in the 70s, so probably close to the 50s or 50-year-old. Maybe I can see a build date on it. No, just a serial number. Have to look that up, I guess. But it's a pretty good machine. It's just, you know, when the hydraulics don't work, nothing works. So here is the chicken coop that Caleb and I built. As I said before, Caleb is my sister Anna's boyfriend, and Anna's actually been doing all the editing on these videos lately. So if you like the way we edit, the way it's been edited, the videos have been edited. Hard to get those words out, I guess. And let me know, because I delegated those duties to her because she actually knows how to do it. And she went to school for digital marketing, I think it is. So that's a lot of her job, is editing stuff. But so it's got this sweet little slide door here. In the summertime, I plan on building a little outdoor pen here, and then this is a door that flips up so we can let more air in. And then inside the coop here, there is got a nice little perch bar there. That is some clear panel, so let more light in, because chickens need the light, sunlight. These are the nesting boxes. There's 5 of them, and there'll be about 10 chickens in here, give or take, is what I kind of had in mind. They can share nesting boxes, not a big deal. But then come around the back here, be able to just pull this pin out. I got some chains on that door to keep that up. Be able to come here, pick the eggs out without ever going inside the coop. Obviously I have to go inside to do feed and water, but that can be set right inside the door. You don't really have to get in there, disturb the chickens too much. It'll be pretty nice. So built all of this. Well, I didn't build this. We just took this out of the our current chicken coop up at the farm, because we have more than enough nesting boxes up there. But all this was built with stuff we just kind of had laying around between here, and then Catherine's parents also had a lot of, they had all the 2x4s used here on the walls, and these sheets of plywood, they had all that stuff in their shed, and just kind of had it laying around, and they offered it to me, and so I was like, yeah, I'll use free stuff to build a coop, no problem. So yeah, anyway, if you're interested in this coop, it's for sale, $2,500. Hit me up in the comments, and you have to fight my wife for it, but I mean, if you want, give me $2,500 for it. Anything's for sale for the right price, I guess. But yeah, that'll do it for this one, and thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.